welcome to the View from ADB. This is the last day at the Asian Development Bank annual meeting in Frankfurt, and I'm here with Jacopo Dettoni, Deputy Editor of fDi magazine, to talk about the key giveaways of the meeting. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
So I think it's fair to say that this year it was quite an interesting discussion, also because 2015 was so tough for emerging markets, especially in Asia. And we had the oil price collapse, commodity prices collapse. We had also the China rebalancing, as well as the US Fed rate hike at the end of 2015. I think, I don't know if you agree, but also a lot of pessimism that was there last year, this year seems to have dissipated a little bit, also because there's a recognition that a lot of these countries, for instance, have free exchange rates, and that means that it is likely, if there is volatility, that the currencies will absorb these shocks. I think when we talk about the China rebalancing story, I think most people have underscored that excessive pessimism is not very justified. Also, the ADB president has done so, and I think it's fair to say that China is also starting to look beyond its borders quite aggressively in a way to try and solve one of its problems, which is overcapacity. Would you agree with that, and in what ways do you think China is doing that?
That's correct. Actually, we have one of the first public appearances here in Frankfurt of President Li Chunjin from the AIIB, the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, and there was a lot of interest around he himself and around the future plans, investment plans of the AIIB. And actually, he tried to address many doubts out there that this is just another institution that will pursue, in a way, Chinese interests across Asia. And actually, they announced the first ever project in cooperation with the ADB. And in this way, it seems like in this first stage where the bank is setting up, they will be developing a lot of projects in cooperation with other multilateral banks, the ADB, but also the EBRD. So next week there will be the EBRD's annual meeting in London, and they will be announcing also a memorandum and MOU with them. And he also mentioned the World Bank, so it's going to be interesting to see how this will play out. But there were many questions about what will be the investment agenda of the bank, and he guaranteed, at least in words, that the bank will be pursuing projects according to their bankability, environmental sustainability, and social sustainability. They announced this first project. It's a road project in Pakistan. And so there will be definitely a lot of material to keep an eye on in the months to come.
And I guess they are trying to work with new projects, and they're working on the pipeline, although I think we both agree that the infrastructure investment needs, especially in Asia, are so large that even having a new multilateral bank, it doesn't even come close to covering these. I think on my side, especially from the banking sector and financial markets point of view, in order to help meet all these financing needs, I think a key topic here was capital market deepening within each and every single country in Asia, but also actually to even start thinking about maybe looking at the European Capital Markets Union and use it let's say, as a blueprint for Asia, and that would really help develop local bond sectors. I guess also the European angle was quite strong, obviously because we're in Frankfurt. It's the first time the ADB meeting is held here in Germany, and we had also a lot of representatives from policy makers in Germany come and make quite a few statements that you've been following.
True. Actually, Chancellor Merkel was here, and she emphasized a lot the need for a more sustainable supply chain. We were to say that the representatives of the German government, they seem very keen on stressing this point. We need more transparent, sustainable supply chains. And Angela Merkel addressed this in her speech, but also Economic Cooperation and Development Minister Müller, who also got as far as saying that we need, rather than a free trade, we need a paradigm shift to fair trade. And this whole concept of environmental sustainability, social sustainability, better workplace, better work conditions has been a major theme throughout the event. And the same bank tried to engage with the representatives from the civil society to improve its safeguard policy standards and make sure that also its procurement process, its implementation process of its projects respect or develop within the specific guidelines for regarding, again, environmental and social sustainability.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, Jacopo, and until next year. Thank you.